Hello everyone, now I'm going to tie a perdigon fly, a very easy one, just 3 materials, tinsel, well 4, tail, tinsel, body quill and a little bit of thread. This one is going to be tied in a few variations. I'm just going to show finished product and I'm going to discuss a little bit about how to fish it, when to fish it and why. So without further ado, let's get into tying. So put the hook in the vise, and in this case I'm using a little bit larger hook than I would usually do because it's easier to record. 18 or 20 is perfect. Bead size, this one is 3.5, but like 3, maybe 2.5 millimeters are plenty, and this is a little bit longer shank hook, which I like for mayflies. It looks a little bit slimmer. And for the body, I'm gonna use body quill, and this one is BQ20 by hands, as you can see. Start, instead of thread, just use body quill to start your fly, and after a couple of wraps, cut off the excess and attach tail and tinsel. So for the tail, it's classic coq de lion. Just pull out a couple of fibers and make the length as you prefer. Just secure it with like a couple of wraps here. You can immediately cut it so it won't be in your way. Then use red tinsel. This one is by Extreme. Just attach it near the rear end of the hook. You can go a couple of more wraps back, and now just attach it with bear in mind that you have to leave a little bit of space for your tinsel there, so don't go all the way back with your body quill material. So without rotating the tail, wrap the tinsel around the hook shank and then go back, and with just one wrap, as you can see, you can catch the tinsel and cut it with your scissors, and then continue with tying. Now you can make very nicely tapered body by just going forward and backward with your body quill, and this is how I do it. Now I have like almost level, and then every time I will go to the bead and backwards, I'll go slightly less backwards. So that's how you create taper, and it's going relatively fast, as you can see, just a couple of seconds. I like to twist the bead so it goes off center like this. You can see this slot over here, and this is it. Now make a whip finish with this. Just 2 turns, not more than that, because this material is not very good. If you make like too many turns, it's gonna break in a very weird way. Now add your black thread as last material here, and the reason why I'm using black thread is like I want to give it a little bit of contrast in the thorax. So catch if there is any stray fibers like here, catch them, make whip finish knot, and that's it. Now the reason why I like using these flies is like they're very simple to tie, as you can see, just a couple of minutes. I mean, when you get used to it, like 3 minutes, and that's it. That's one of the reasons. One of the most important reasons is they catch fish, and third reason is they get deep even though they are small. Now to finish the fly, you can use some UV glue. Any type is okay, just make sure that you cure it enough and that your batteries in your UV torch are fresh. Otherwise UV can be sticky, won't cure, and so many problems. Or you can use even some sorts of super glue to protect your body here, because some super glues, I think it's 502 and 501, not every series, when they get hard, they get glossy like UV, and they are actually more durable than any UV I know. I mean, super glue protecting your nymph, I mean, it can last forever, unless you snag it somewhere, of course. Now, after you're finished with applying UV, just use your torch to cure it, and you're finished. The tip for this fly and any perdigon fly, small fly, is that you should use the smallest diameter possible when it comes to the tippet. This will allow your nymph to sink properly and to go into the feeding zone. I like to use these nymphs usually in summer when waters are low and fish are not feeding so actively. They tend to hide in those faster water where there is more oxygen. So this is actually the best place to present these flies. I mean, fish are there, they're gonna eat. Maybe not all of them, but some fish will eat definitely. I mean, these flies are amazing. They were developed by competition fishermen, I think, in Spain and Portugal, and they catch fish. They don't look as much, but they definitely are. So, let me show you a couple of variations of this fly, and we can finish the video for this week. So, you can make the same fly, same materials, exactly the same materials, but you can add some ribbings here, as you can see, or you can just add more of a tinsel, so like 1/3 or even more when it comes to hotspot here. So the beauty of hens or any body quill material is that it has so many colors. I mean, you can see here that these are 2, and here's the 3rd one. Like, you can add any color you like. They make them even in peacock color. This is some weird color, but it looks great on flies. So you can use any color you like and any combination you like. The important thing is that you make slim body. You don't need to use much tungsten. If you like, you can use even 4mm tungsten on this one. It's oversized, but it will catch fish in some strong current. And don't be afraid to use very small flies like 18, 20, even 22, because they will catch fish, especially in summer when insects are not very abundant. So only insects that are left are some tiny little creatures that survived everything. So this is it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.